On today's Saturday news, what happened after a bottle got thrown at John Cena?
The real reason a former world champion was released by WWE.
Saturday night's main event revealed.
And Willow Nightingale's contract is set to expire.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the news time? My name is Phil Chambers and I'm joined by Gareth Morgan. I'm back off a ridiculous jaunt across America to talk all things wrestling news. But first up, what happened after a fan threw a bottle at John Cena on SmackDown last night? So, if you didn't see it on SmackDown, a fan threw a bottle at John Cena. That's pretty much the story. There's been some other footage that's been put up online, some fan footage that's great that we'll put on screen now, of the guy just hurling the bottle at John Cena. It kind of just bounced off his knee, didn't exactly do any damage or anything. But don't throw things at wrestlers, basically. And as you can see in the video, seconds later, the security team are there carting him out, and he just looks kind of shocked that the repercussions from my actions. And he got carted out, basically. There's no word on what exactly happened to him, just that he kind of got thrown out, and that was about it. John Cena referenced it in his promo later. Obviously wasn't happy about it in his promo. But yeah, just don't throw things at wrestlers is the answer here. Or you'll get thrown out. Don't touch people inappropriately, or you'll get thrown out. Don't jump the barrier, or you'll get thrown out. That's pretty much what happens.
Yeah, it's very self-explanatory, that, isn't it? It's just don't be a silly person in an arena or just in life. Just don't do it. I think, honestly, I don't think the person was aiming for Cena. I think they couldn't see Cena, so I think they were actually aiming for the announcer at that point. They would, but then it just hit an invisible man. Yeah, he loves that joke, doesn't he, Cena? So there you go. Have some of that. Yeah, weird. I had to rewind this because I completely missed that it actually happened when I watched it, the actual promo. And then you just see Cena kind of stop. Yeah, you look down, you're like, wait, what? Where did that get there? And they had to rewind. You're like, oh, it just hit his knee. Oh, poor Cena. Yeah, I think he's kind of got a point now in this heel turn, hasn't he? People have been horrible people to him, and he's just kind of biting back. So yeah, the not much more to add to that. It's just people being silly and deservedly getting thrown out of arenas. So yeah, you get what you get.
Pretty much.
So we'll move on now to a completely different style of story, or type of story. Obviously, we had the releases that happened last weekend that we covered in a video, and one of the biggest, big name, let's say, releases that happened was Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman was let go, and there's been a lot of talk throughout the week of reasons why certain people were let go by WWE and NXT and the main roster, but Dave Meltzer has actually provided a bit of an update on Strowman in particular in The Observer, the latest edition of The Observer newsletter. The quote says that Strowman's release was said to be a combination of his high salary and injuries. He had not been moving well in the ring since coming back from a major hamstring injury, and one person there noted to us that he was hurt worse than people realise. So I think, hurt worse than people realise. For me, I just think, is that people backstage didn't realise just how battered he was, or is it just us as fans don't realise kind of how injured he is? He did look pretty destroyed, let's say, in the last couple of months, because he had, what was it? I think it was his groin maybe that had been ripped up in that match against Bronson Reed. And he was moving a little gingerly, let's say, in the months after that, but he was still putting in some decent shifts and having some brutal kind of matches, big meaty men matches and all the rest of it. I do also want to put a little quote in here that was added in The Observer itself, and it was Strowman talking to Miles Addy. And in this interview, I think it was just before his release, he said, "Before I even debuted on TV, I ruptured my L5-S1, which paralyzed my left leg 100%. I had emergency surgery. I got 85% of it back. So my entire career, I've wrestled with a 15% paralyzed left leg from my lower back. I've had elbow surgery twice. My teeth are fake. All these scars when I went through the windshield in the Wyatt family swamp fight," so he's referencing those scars. "I broke my neck, have a metal plate, 4 screws in my neck. I tore my groin 2 minutes into the last man standing match with Bronson Reed. Went 20 more minutes with a torn groin. They all suck, but it's part of the game." So in other words, Braun Strowman, you're superhuman, dude. You've gone through a lot there, clearly, physically, and you were still going, still putting in decent matches. The Jacob Fatu last man standing match relatively recently was still a pretty damn good match, and his body was clearly hanging on by a thread, and he was still doing the business. So for me, this makes it incredibly sad, even more sad that he was released, because it feels a bit like WWE have just gotten all this usage out of him and gone, yeah, cheers for that, mate, bye. And it's like, oh, okay. So there's no like loyalty thing within WWE. It's like the being a good soldier thing just doesn't really get you all that far, does it?
Yeah, it does seem like it. But yeah, like dealing with a lot more than I think anyone realised with like the laundry list of injuries and things that he's been going through. But he's a big guy. I guess it may be more likely to happen to him, being such a big guy, like big injuries like that. But yeah, it just kind of sucks. Like his last run was quite fun, a little bit like stop-start, but I guess when you sort of have this information, you can understand why. Like it wasn't like a big solid run, and maybe that's like a good thing that it wasn't a big solid run, and it was kind of drips and drabs here and there. But yeah, it's just, he was always an attraction, no matter where you put him on the card. There was always going to be something fun that you could do with a Braun Strowman, even if he's on a super limited schedule. Like maybe this is him also wanting the time off to sort of heal and recover a little bit more. But you definitely could have done something with like a limited schedule Braun Strowman and just bring him in for sort of special appearances, just because he's a sight to behold, is that man. So yeah, it just sucks that he has to go through this. Hopefully he gets well soon and can get back on track doing whatever it is that he wants to do in the future. Well, speaking of Dave Meltzer and the Wrestling Observer newsletter, he also had a tidbit about Saturday night's main event, and apparently why WWE have been kind of holding off on Logan Paul versus the Jey Uso. My mind faded there. It's been a long few weeks. Why they've been holding off on that is because they want to do it at Saturday night's main event on May 24th, that is, obviously. So this is going to be Logan's third title shot, after the others being Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel and Cody at King of the Ring. So he's had quite a few title shots as old Logan Paul, but I don't see him winning this one either, unfortunately. Sorry, Logan, but it's also probably a good thing that you don't. But yeah, so it's going to be Logan Paul versus Jey Uso at Saturday night's main event, but also Dave is saying that there's potential of John Cena having another title defense on that, which is strange considering they've just done the Backlash match and he's on the limited dates thing for this year. Seems like odd to put two so close together, but that would also be a hell of a card if you're getting John Cena, like two like double title defenses on the same Saturday night's main event, for a show that's already almost sold out. So yeah, looks like Logan Paul versus Jey Uso is going to be happening at that event, and let us know down in the comments below if this is what you want to see, who you want to win. Let us know.
Yeah, I mean, Logan Paul in world title matches just isn't my cup of tea right now. I think you could use him in better ways further down the card, but have him mixing up with other people. I just don't need him in my main event scene. Just not a fan of like the character that's presented on TV, the person not presented on WWE TV, both of them. Just not for me. Not for me. Might be for you, just not for me. Jey Uso I do like though, and I will defend that man because he's very watchable for me. I love his charisma, I love his charm. I want the world for him. I'm glad that he's world champion, but I do want him just to have a better dance partner, really. Like the Seth Rollins match I thought was pretty good before everything went chaotic and the interference. Like, I thought that was a real sign that, yeah, he could do this. He can be this guy.
Yeah.
Like, just give him the right dance partners and he can be this guy. But Logan Paul's not that. So let's just get this out of the way. A little nice defense, boom, tick a box, get out of the way, move on to somebody else. And then for the Cena thing, I don't know. I'm just not as excited as I think I should be for this. Like for the whole, even for the match tonight against Randy Orton. Like after watching that promo, it's on SmackDown. It's just a bit like, oh, this should feel bigger than it is, really, and it doesn't. It's just all been a bit muddly and weird, and I don't know what's going to spark it into life. I don't. Maybe it is tonight. Maybe something incredible happens and I get really excited about it. But I want to be thrilled. So yeah, let us know. Let us know what you think of the whole John Cena heel turn and the run so far in the comments. And we're going to move on to another story now, which is obviously we're going to talk about Willow Nightingale, because there's been a lot of talk of like contracts and that kind of stuff over the last couple of weeks, couple of months. There's just always talk about contracts, isn't there? Expiring, particularly with AEW, I feel. And Fightful Select have dropped a somewhat of a bombshell, but I think it was Sean Ross Sapp specifically learned that Willow Nightingale is in her contract year with AEW, and the deal's set to expire in a few months as things stand, though there isn't an exact date right now. Well, it's not clear what the date is. based on this report. Those that they have spoken to, so Fightful Select has spoken to within AEW, have said that Willow is a priority for the company because, of course, why wouldn't she be? And
she should be.
Yeah, she should be. So, and someone that they do want to keep around because, again, yeah, why not? It's probably no surprise that Nightingale is like really well liked within the company because she's just really well liked within the wrestling world. Fans love her. She's just awesome. She lights up the screen whenever she's on it. And AEW do expect to retain her, from what they understand, from what Fightful understand. Everyone that Fightful spoke to as well believes it's a guarantee that Willow is offered an extension to remain with AEW. So it's all signs seem to be pointing to Willow Nightingale re-signing with AEW. So that's great news, I guess. But as we've seen over the last couple of years, whatever it is, it's not always a guarantee. Like another company, WWE, TNA, whatever it is, like New Japan, someone might just come in and lure her away. Like, you just don't know. Money talks in this world, but Willow does seem like somebody who's incredibly loyal. Like, I don't know her personally, but just as a human, based on what I've seen, kind of her like online and just on TV, whatever it is, seems like quite someone that would be loyal to a company that have given her so much. So I expect her probably to stay in AEW, but it wouldn't surprise me if things do change because this business moves fast. So if WWE maybe got wind that contract's expiring, you could bet they're probably turning over there going, oh, okay, I like what's going on over there with Willow. Do you want to come over to the WWE side? We've seen it happen, but we'll have to just wait and see.
Yeah, you never know in this crazy business. And if I was any company right now, I would 100% be looking to sign Willow, because why the hell not? She's obviously massively over with the crowd. She's wonderful in ring, great on the mic. Like, she's a complete package for me, like, and a no-brainer signer for any company. So I wouldn't be surprised if other companies go after her. But yeah, if I was AEW, I would definitely be trying to lock that down as quickly as possible, because she's a huge part of that women's division. And her impact there, I don't think can be overstated in terms of like her position within that company. So yeah, hopefully she signs wherever and she's happy doing it. That's the most important thing. But yeah, hopefully she just gets what she goddamn deserves and gets some cash. Because she absolutely deserves it. So good luck to Willow. Let us know down in the comments where you want to see her end up. But that is today's video. Thank you very much for joining us. You can follow us over on the old social medias. You can follow me at FillMyChambers. You can follow Gareth
at GMorgan04 on X, and then at Gareth Morgram on Instagram. And then if you're into all your personal fitness and fitness needs, all that kind of stuff, follow at fitness.focus.gm on Instagram as well. There,
indeed. Have yourselves a bloody good day.